You're listening to the Morning App on 90.5 WASU.
There's bugs in my brain, and you're listening to the Morning App here on 90.5 WASU FM. Good morning. Hi, I'm Peter.
Hi, I'm Mary.
I'm Emma.
And Ben.
There's bugs in my brain. How was everyone's week, Mary? I have to lead with you because we don't see you for the week. How was your last week of official classes, pretty much?
Honestly, probably like the least stressful week of all semester. Luckily,
Not me. Sorry, can't relate. Anyways.
I mean, I have finals, but like that's not for a while, you know.
Yeah, we got
I'm
time.
fine. I got time. I'm just looking forward to the break. I want to go home.
Oh yeah, because you have to. Do you still? No, you don't live on campus anymore. You take
Yeah,
a
no,
bus.
I live off campus.
I work with a lot of people who live on campus, and I'm like talking about like, oh yeah, like a lot of us will be around in Boone, and they're like, I won't be around in Boone, and I'm going back home. I'm like, oh, dude, I remember when those were the days.
Mm-hmm.
Could not be me.
One time, I ran out of meal plan money, and I was too like proud or like ashamed to ask my mom for money. So I'm not joking you. I think for 2 days at the end of like winter break, I was living off of stale popcorn and fruit snacks. Dude, I was so. My mom would have been like, here's like $30. I know my mom, but I didn't want to be that person.
Peter, speaking of pride and food, like last night, we're at Ransom, and we're ordering, and Peter, and I get this, because I get that order anxiety too, you know, like.
And the man was making me flustered.
Yeah. But the waiter just looks at Peter, and Peter's looking at the menu, and he goes, spinach artichoke dip. Orders it. Waiter walks away. Peter's like, I don't even like that.
I don't.
Feel that.
I was just like, you guys could. I was not gonna get something that I wasn't hungry for, anyways. And I don't trust. They have fried raviolis there, but I don't trust fried ravioli. I've had good fried ravioli, and it's only at like super fancy restaurants. It's fried ravioli.
I've never heard of that before.
It's good, and no offense, Ransom, I don't trust. I don't think you have terrible quality food. I don't trust you to make a good fried ravioli.
That's fair.
Yeah.
It's valid. After I saw the dishes come out, I would agree.
Dang, man.
No, it looked good. I was just saying it was very like, just pub food.
Yeah.
Scathing review of Ransom right quick.
What about you, Emu? What you do?
My week, I just worked a lot at Lost Province, and then I slept a lot. And I'm not going to lie, kind of fell back on my schoolwork this week because I was like, I can do it next week. It's Thanksgiving. I'll catch up then. Not a great idea.
No, I'm in that same boat.
I'm on that too.
I
Yeah.
have an essay due today that I've been putting off for like. It was technically due last Friday, but then my professor was like, you can turn it in next Friday. And so I've been putting it off all
Until
week.
next Friday. Yeah, that's very much. Welcome to college. You're already a full-time college student then. You really, you've been an actualized college student. There you go. Ben, how was you all week?
My week was pretty good. I can't complain. I ate out a lot this week.
I know, and then tonight too.
Yeah, because I had to do like a business lunch for a class, and we decided to like, you could have made it up, but we decided to, take advantage and actually go get a meal. So we went out to eat for that, went to Peppers.
File it for expenses or?
Yeah, write it off.
Yeah.
Then we went to Ransom, and then we're going to I'm going to
Lost Province
tonight.
Wow.
I love me some Lost Province.
I've only eaten there once, and it was actually with Michael. I forgot, it was over the summer, and we were doing we just had a crazy work day, and he was like, one of us had offered, let's go out to eat, because we were at the station for a very long time.
Yeah.
Michael did this whole thing last night. A lot of the WASU people went out, the staff, and he did this a whole thing. And he was like, "I just want to give a cheers to the two hardest working people at the station." And he was calling out me and Zach, not in a bad way. He was calling out me and Zach Masters, the sports director, news director. Sorry, and I was just like, I don't deserve this. I literally was like, I mean, yeah, I was really hardworking, but right now, I'm not doing much at the station. I felt really awkward about it. I felt like if you gave me this during alumni takeover day, or when we did the sound change to the station, I would have been more less awkward about it because I was chained to this console. Anyways. My week is my week. I've been very overwhelmed. I'm incredibly behind on finals. I'm working on 2 finals by the skin of my teeth. Oof. And I haven't even started the paper for Spicelands. I don't even know what the assignment is.
Me neither.
Yeah,
Struggle busing.
it is struggle
College
bus.
moment.
I'm sorry. I can't. Listen. This is my last hard semester. I am gonna have media sales next semester, but it's not gonna be. It's going to be my one class that I'm like freaking out over. So it's like, okay, well, that's it. Like I'll be okay. Once I get through the semester, I probably will be fine, and all I'll have to focus on is like applying to jobs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Dan, actually, let's not talk about jobs. Those are boring, right? People are going to jobs right now listening to this show, and they're like, yeah, ha ha ha.
Listen to this to not think about that,
Yeah.
guys.
Well, here's what we can think about.
Wow. Twitter update.
Yes, Twitter update. We might have known about this, but every year someone has just found out about this. The grandma and the stranger she mistakenly texted
Yes.
to spend Thanksgiving together are spending their 6th Thanksgiving together.
You're
6? That's
sick.
amazing.
You're sick.
That's so cool.
For
It's the
listener,
longest running joke now.
for the listener who may not be educated, there was a viral tweet thing that happened like years ago, 6 years ago, I guess, and it was a person screen capping like a text conversation they had, and it was a stranger being like, "Are you still coming to Thanksgiving or whatever?" Or like, "I think you have the wrong number," and I think and they were like, "No, I can't," and then they sent a picture of it, and it was like very clearly not who she was supposed
Yeah.
to. And he made a joke like, "Can I still come to Thanksgiving?" And she goes like, "Of course you can. Grandma always welcomes people to Thanksgiving," and they followed through, and now they spend Thanksgiving every year, I guess.
Respect.
Very cute.
I wonder if they like actually talk and are friends throughout the year.
I hope so.
Yeah, and it's not just
definitely.
beginning of November. We doing this again for the likes?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't talk to my family once, maybe twice a year, so that didn't English.
Oh, that's a good point.
But
yeah.
once.
Valid.
Yeah, I don't know. In other news,
Wow. Twitter update.
multiple celebrities are getting together and breaking up. Camila Cabello, I think it's the last name. Sorry, Camila. And Shawn Mendes broke up after 2 years. I didn't believe they even worked together, so I just don't. They looked so like 2008, like
Yeah.
two celebrities. Like they look cute together.
But
and
they looked very pushed together.
Yeah, I didn't see it. Sorry. And now they're like, we're still best friends. We just are not best friends who are romantic together or something. I'm like, okay, that means someone did something bad.
Yeah, we
Right.
started
Yeah.
our relationship as best friends, and we will continue to be best friends. We so appreciate your support from the beginning and moving forward. That was a quote.
Gross. Sorry, it's just there. I can't name one off the top of my head, but like especially Disney Channel stars, like there was like a thing where like their I cannot speak today. Their PR people would be like, "You two should date for paparazzi, so you both get attention."
Right.
It's very much that, and I did not believe that they were together like at all, not once. Sorry, but in people who are together,
Wow. Twitter update.
this is gonna die. I will die on this hill. Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian are dating.
I saw that this morning.
Yes.
Wow.
How do you feel?
I mean, you know what? Have fun. just
That's
live
so
your life
shady.
at this point.
That is so shady.
Just live your life.
I think Pete Davidson could do better.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I mean, people like there's the whole running joke. It's like, how are all these women with Pete Davidson? And it's like, I know he's not the best looking fella, but he's funny, and funny people make it.
I actually have no idea who Pete Davidson is.
Really?
SNL guy. He dated Ariana Grande. Tattoos. I'll show you a picture of him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, his tattoos are so beyond ugly.
And he's. I think he's still in the process of getting them removed. Like,
Good.
because
That's
I know
smart.
it's been a process.
But I don't know. Kim Kardashian. I mean, it's Kim Kardashian. Like, I don't know. I don't even know what else to say. Like,
Yeah.
Wait, who else did he date?
He's not that bad.
I knew he dated Ariana Grande. He dated Kate Beckinsale. What?
wow.
I have seen
I didn't
like,
know
memes
that.
of him like just dating everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has the same birthday as me.
Ooh, that's fine.
So happy birthday, Pete, because it was a few days ago. I know. Celebrity birthday. It's literally the only thing I have. Like, that is the only celebrity birthday I have, and the guy who created Mario.
I think I have like Oscar Wilde. That's it.
I hate Oscar Wilde.
I have a bad person. I share a birthday with a very bad person.
Is yours April 20th?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fun.
Never fail to remind me.
But Kim Kardashian, I don't know. Like Kim Kardashian, and if they're like having a good time, they're having a good time. I just don't. I don't know. Like those are just two very different people. Of course, we only see what.
I've
the
never
world
even
is seeing.
seen any overlap between
Yeah,
their lives.
exactly.
Like it's just so
Like,
complete
jarring.
polarly opposite.
Like they literally are two opposite coasts.
Yeah.
I thought, and everything. Isn't SNL in New York? And she's like Beverly Hills, like LA.
Yeah.
It's very opposite. Like,
How did they
okay,
meet?
It really is like
Bravo.
the embodiment of New York and California
yeah, like
coming
legit.
together.
They actually, no, actually, yeah. That's
kind of
literally
is
it. Yeah, like one of them looks sickly and sickly and young, and probably lives off of the next cup of coffee.
And the other one looks fake and like a prosthetic.
Mean, not wrong, but mean.
No, you just said one looks sickly.
I said, and also mean, but also not wrong. What else? There's not a lot that actually happened. I've been like keeping up with the news, and like all of it's like mixed bag, like happy and sad.
Wow. Twitter update.
Activision Blizzard workers walk out and call for CEO Bobby Kotick's resignation. This is the second time they've walked out. Like that's a video game company. So they did. I think they oversee Call of Duty. I know they do Overwatch. That's like one of their big ones. I think they have TF2, Team Fortress 2. It's just like a big thing, and they've like faced. I think it's just really interesting because like they've faced multiple delays on their projects now for like years. Like they had a game that was supposed to come out. Projected to have been out like already now, then it got moved to 2022, and now the release date's been scrubbed altogether because people just keep walking out, and it's because of I wouldn't even say allegations, but allegations of like sexual harassment in the workplace, et cetera, and like no one's doing anything about it.
That is
Wow.
not good. So
You'd think if people keep walking out, like they'd address it at least.
Well, I think they kind of are, but I think it's like they're
no
not doing.
solutions are coming.
Yes,
of it,
they're not doing anything, I guess, or not enough to fix it, because clearly many of their employees are flustered.
Oh, that's so whack.
Sounds like it might be somebody kind of high up then.
I wish I knew more about the situation to like be a news person, but it's unfortunate because like, well, I always think of it like, oh, I play Overwatch almost every single day, so it's just like, oh, I feel weird playing that game because like I know that the company has a lot of apparently not well people in it, but
That wind is bussing.
it is
No,
annoying.
it's howling out there.
It is crazy.
Whistling.
I woke up again to wind. I have woken up for the second time this week to enormous wind sounds.
Yeah, I got out of my car and I thought it was gonna blow my 100-pound self away.
I know. I had to lean against the wind to run inside.
I had to stay
Ledge.
in my ground.
I put on my lead shoes just to walk here. The four of us are going to take a short little moment break, and then we'll be right back. Lumineers is going to play during the break, too, so have fun.
The morning app on 90.5 WASU.
Hi everyone, I'm Dave Blanks from University Communications here in the Beaver College of Health Sciences. It's the 10-year anniversary of the Beaver College, and we're going to interview some nursing students. Come along with me. Guess how old the Beaver College of Health Sciences is?
I don't know.
No idea?
Nope.
Care to wager a guess?
5 years.
No, you're almost there. We'll keep going around until we find somebody maybe who knows. So, how do you like the Beaver College of Health Sciences thus far?
I love it. It's been a really fun time making relationships with all my classmates, and the faculty are very great. They're very caring, and it's not something I expected. I didn't expect them to care as much about me as they do, and so it's been really nice in this hard time going through nursing school.
Why did you want to be a nurse?
Well, when I was little, I had cancer, so just seeing like how the nurses helped my mom and like how she still really like thinks about the nurses and how much they did for her, I wanted to do that for other people.
What would this be called? This thing, like if you were going to look on Amazon, it must have a name, right?
It's called Seymour Butts.
No, it is not.
Yeah.
It totally is Seymour. So what do you like about the Beaver College of Health Sciences? Can you share with me something that you enjoy about it?
Yeah, I mean, what do you not like about it? It's honestly beautiful. we have everything available to us. Like as nursing students, I feel like I have like the most opportunities I would ever need. Just having like labs like this to kind of simulate like a real patient experience, that's definitely a highlight for me. It's just been a blessing to be able to go here.
Do you feel like you're doing good?
Of course.
I love your confidence. Is he going to be all right? Of course.
He'll be just fine.
He's good. Did you know how old the Beaver College of Health Sciences is? Can you guess?
10 years?
Oh my gosh, you got it! Yes, congratulations! Wow, we have this arm for you. I brought nothing for you, but yeah, how about a hand? Yeah, give her a hand. So I understand that you received a scholarship, is that correct?
Yes, I am part of the Beaver Scholars here, and with that, hopefully I am able to get into the nursing program.
What made you want to be a nurse?
Well, it all started with just experiences back at home with not having accessible health care for my parents and the majority of the people who live in my town. I always saw the struggle there of people trying to find ways of getting health care and being able to afford it as well.
It seems like the scholarship has made a big impact in your life.
Oh, of course, yes. It's helped my family. Part of my graduating class, maybe 20, 30 students made it out to college. So that's something big and like something I'm proud of.
And now back to your favorite morning talk show, The Morning App on 90.5 WASU.
90.5 WASU. The app FM is live. You're listening to the morning app. Hi, Peter here.
Hi, I'm Mary.
It's Emma.
And Ben.
I'm slightly mucusy still. I don't think I'm never not gonna be mucusy until the weather warms up in like 5 months.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, well, we were talking about what's going on in the world, and there's still a teeny bit that's happened. I don't know exactly, like, if I want... Oh, no, I know what to bring up first.
Wow. Twitter update.
I didn't even know this was happening until it passed. There was a lunar eclipse last night, or partial lunar eclipse.
Wow.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Did anyone actually watch it?
No.
Was it orange? Because my sister, she like sent me a text like being like, oh, the moon's gonna be orange.
I assume so then.
Yeah.
I've never cared about lunar eclipses. I did see the solar eclipse that happened a few years back. Was it 5 years ago?
Right,
You look right at it. No,
I looked
yes,
right
Ben.
at it.
I looked right at it.
Glasses in time.
Fun fact, I'm actually legally blind. No, it was dope though because where we live, like North Carolina, I don't think much of it anyways was in the actual solar eclipse path, but we drove down to Columbia, South Carolina, which was directly in its path, and it was
super cool.
It was really trippy. It was super trippy because like all the things that happened, like it looks like it's sunset. If there's this cool thing, there's the pinhole effect, and you could see like through the holes in the shadows of leaves, you could see the solar eclipse. It was pretty dope. Crickets started chirping. It's like 1 p.m. or something, and crickets started chirping because they thought it was dark. It was really dope.
Trippy.
I loved it. That was a once in a lifetime. Well, it's not once in a lifetime experience.
But
Maybe twice in a lifetime.
Experience.
Well, yeah, but lunar eclipse, I'm like, what happens then? And it was a partial lunar eclipse, I think.
Yeah.
Not cool.
And it happened at like between 3 a.m. and like 6 a.m. I think.
Oh yeah, I was not seeing
Oh yeah.
that.
No.
Some guy texted me. He
So
was like,
slumped.
what, is that what he said? Like, I was like, girl, I have work in the morning. He texted me. He said, are you going to go see the lunar eclipse today? I said, I have 8 a.m. stuff to do. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, no, thank you.
Yeah, it was 11:30. So I'm like, if it hasn't happened now, I'm not gonna do
Yeah.
that.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna stay up for it.
What else?
Wow. Twitter update.
Oh God, that's getting old. 2 men convicted of the assassination of Malcolm X were exonerated, but one of them is that happened like 60 years ago or something. So one of them is dead, like been dead,
Oh wow.
and the other one is like in his 80s.
Why are they exonerated?
New evidence presented itself that pretty much said like the men who were committed probably didn't do it. Additionally, I think there was evidence, or I think there was testimony or something that just wasn't cleared and was withheld by the FBI. And I don't know how this plays into their exoneration, but my friend Abby was telling me about this. Excuse me. a news reporter had gotten a call, an anonymous call. They had no idea who it was, but an anonymous call saying that Malcolm X was going to be assassinated, and it just never was presented. I don't know how that helps their case, but I think that information was presented. So,
wow,
crazy stuff.
Interesting.
And it's just weird to see how like cases that have happened years ago still have further developments.
Wow. Twitter update.
Yeah, it's getting old. Free-to-play Super Smash Brothers like game called Warner Bros. Multiversus has released, which Super Smash Brothers is a fighting game where you play as Nintendo characters, so like Mario and Pikachu and Kirby and Link and Legend of
Kirby
Zelda.
is forever goated.
There you go. They all beat the fudge out of each other. And they did one for Warner Brothers, and it's really bizarre because they have like a cartoon Arya Stark, Wonder Woman, Harley Quinn, Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
Oh my gosh, imagine fighting this.
They need to give him like a god mode.
Yeah, very much.
He's too powerful.
Too powerful for the game. He's broken. Already S tier.
Pretty much.
S tier. Explaining that to Michael last night was so funny.
That was funny.
I don't know how I feel about. I mean, I think it's cool, but like this is like like it's become a trend now to do this. Like multiple franchises are doing Super Smash Brothers clones.
Really?
They did one for Nickelodeon.
It's almost just like pair up with Smash or Nintendo and like do something for Super Smash as like an extension package where you add all of your characters.
The creator of Super Smash Bros., like the overseer of it, specifically does not want characters outside of video games.
That makes
and
sense.
Those aren't video game characters.
I was about to say, because he knows everyone would just start picking those characters.
Even then, at that point, it just kind of waters down. I don't know. It just starts to become like I already, as a person who pays attention to Super Smash Brothers, I already have like weird opinions of having too many characters outside of Nintendo franchises. I find it bizarre, but that's my very hot take. I know I am in the very small minority on that. And the last thing, Spotify added lyrics, finally.
Yeah, I saw that. That was awesome.
What's that?
Like when you play the song, you can go through and see the lyrics as they play,
cool.
which is now I'm like, oh, you want to find a song that's indie. If it doesn't have lyrics, and there are songs that don't have lyrics, that's it. I was like, okay, perfect. Like it's so underground they don't even have lyrics posted.
True.
That's
There you go.
that's the thing.
The new test.
And then Spotify Wrapped is coming out soon.
Oof,
My
I am
Spotify Premium
so
like
nervous for
just
mine.
ended.
It did?
Yeah.
You can still fun fact, I haven't looked at it in a hot minute, but there are multiple ways to see your stats whenever you want. There's an app called, I think, Spotistat or something, Statify, something like that.
Statify.
There's also a website. I know what my number one is, and she's not my favorite artist, she's like my third, but she makes really catchy pop music, so it's like,
Mine are literally, I always have Queen in there.
Okay.
Talking Heads will be in there. I listen to a lot of Talking Heads. Maybe Binky?
Who?
Binky is kind of like a underground, kind of like pop. I wouldn't even say rap, kind of just like a alternative pop rapish, I guess.
Okay.
But he's like 21. Really vibe with his music. Yeah, I don't know who some other ones might be.
I'm pretty
Maybe
sure I
Quinn.
know exactly what my like top song is.
What?
What was it called? It's from Bo Burnham's Inside.
Oh,
What an
I
odd
love Bo
choice.
Burnham. Okay, we got Unpaid.
All Eyes on Me. That
All
one.
Eyes on Me.
Yep.
I like Content.
Content is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Is that from the same show?
Yeah, Bezos is good. Dang, they're all good. Welcome to the internet. 30.
I never saw
30.
that
Problematic.
special.
Yeah.
I don't know why, I don't know, I'd have to like get around to watching it, and it's just, man, first of all, I don't like watching comedy specials by myself. I feel weird.
Oh, I love it. I love watching. You like stand up and you don't like watching specials
by myself? I feel like vulnerable. I'm like, aren't I supposed to be like in a crowd of people laughing? Especially because actually it's like laughter feeds off of each other. It's like laughter is infectious. A bigger crowd is better, and so I feel weird laughing by myself.
When it comes to Bo Burnham's Inside, I feel like that's something you can watch by yourself.
Yeah, and his isn't. I've been told
it's
not
more
like
of a production.
Yeah,
It's like it's like a skit almost.
I've been told it's not, just a person on stage telling jokes.
I will say though, I honestly like watching specials by myself sometimes. Like I get what you're saying, that's true, but there will be times like people will be in the presence and I'll throw on somebody that like is objectively funny, and then they're not vibing with it, and I'm like, now I feel awkward.
Yeah.
My first date with an ex was watching a Dave Chappelle show, and I was like, not the Dave Chappelle show, like a Dave Chappelle old
Special,
spit,
yeah.
and I was like, I find half of this funny and half of this, like, I think I would have found this funny 7 years ago or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, what an odd choice for a first date. But, there's and I will not say what show I got this from because you already know, but there's a period when you first start dating someone seriously where you just don't say no to anything because you don't want to look like you don't want to be like a naysayer so quickly. At least that's how I have always been. So it's just like, okay, yeah, we'll watch that. Sure, I'll watch that special even though I'm pretty sure I won't like it, and I didn't particularly love it. I don't remember a single joke from it. It was a while ago, but still.
I love throwing on specials for people. Have you seen Daniel Sloss's on Netflix?
I don't have Netflix.
Okay, well you should. Daniel Sloss's special is very good. I like his takes. He's Scottish.
Scottish.
And his parents are super duper smart. He's very, very smart. It comes off in the show, but he makes like jokes. I don't know. I just like his mindset. His like sister died when he was very little, and he just goes on a big thing about that, and then talking about being on like offended of other people's behalfs and stuff. Because it's a very good special. Yeah, I would highly recommend.
Daniel Sloss.
Yeah, because I've put that on for some people I've met before, and like they've
just
liked
like put it on like you have
not just put it.
I don't know. I don't know.
No, like kind of the same thing. Like, you want to watch this?
Oh yeah.
And I've always gotten good reactions.
I wonder, is stand-up a good first? Like,
it depends if they like jokes.
I love stand-up comedy.
That.
So
Well, I mean, I'd enjoy it, but it would not be a preference for a first date for me.
Oh no,
maybe not a first date. No, but like your
we've
first
been hanging out.
Yeah. That's maybe like a first hangout or something. Like
that's a casual thing.
Yeah, because I feel like that is a little different than a movie. And I mean that because I've talked before, a movie is like one of the worst first date options. Don't ever go to a movie.
Really?
But it's terrible. It's such a bad thing. You can't
talk.
You can't talk to each other.
I would just focus on the movie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I think a stand-up comedy thing is a little different because even if you're not interacting because you're paying attention to each other, more than likely alcohol is involved. It's just a thing at stand-up shows. Like, in fact, it's better because you can enjoy the show better. Like, but more importantly, I feel like you see what the other person laughs at, you get a better idea of who they are.
I was about to say sense of humor. That's huge for me.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Wow. Never really thought about that.
Like being able to see what makes somebody laugh.
The love guru over here.
Keep that in mind.
Because I do bits all the time. Like we were at Ransom last night, and I think it was Elena it was you.
Was it
you were
me?
talking. My friend's friend was dating my friend's, and I was doing like the tree.
Yeah,
the family tree.
It was Pruitt. It was Pruitt. I was talking about how Natalie, who's producing our show right now, she didn't hear it because it was a different person who was doing the producing. I mentioned when it was just it was a Monday, so it just was Pruitt and I left, and I will do it really quickly, and then we'll go to break. So Pruitt knows Natalie, our producer. Natalie is, if I get my facts wrong, I'm sorry. Natalie is dating a guy named Ryder. Ryder knows someone who is. Ryder knows also a guy named Matthew. Matthew is friends with someone who. I don't remember his name, but he's really close friends with someone who goes
we got
to
Pruitt over
Asheville.
here. We got Natalie, Matthew, and
some guy.
Some guy
that Natalie's boyfriend's Ryder. Ryder is friends with some guy, and that some guy is friends with my old friend Lawson, and Lawson now transferred to Wilmington. But it was very weird. I'm like, yeah, Pruitt, fun fact, I actually have a chain of connection to you, sort of. Lawson and I were kind of going to live together a few years ago, but we didn't.
Wow.
I'm glad we didn't. He was a mess.
I was trying. I got lost at the very end.
You had all of
because
the links
if I didn't have to keep going back to explain myself, I feel like I have to always explain. If it was just like Pruitt knows Natalie, Natalie's dating Ryder, Ryder knows Matthew, Matthew knows some guy, and this some guy is friends with Lawson. It's literally 6 degrees of everything. But
wow,
that's super weird.
I met actually Ryder, Matthew, and that some guy all in the same thing, but I think that's how they all know each other. Anyways. We'll be right back on the morning app. We're going to continue our bits.
The morning app on 90.5 WASU.
When one arrives in Boone, you pretty quickly feel embraced by the mountains. The same thing happens here at the university. When you are a student here at the College of Business, you're embraced by the Appalachian community.
The name Appalachian State University, it means something and it connects with people. The experience goes beyond academics. There's a culture here. Everywhere I go, I wear that golden A. I take pride in that. It's not something that you find everywhere.
One of the things that's great about Appalachian is it has the resources of a big school, but the small school community.
Professors here take such an important view of how they can impact the lives of students.
That's the reason why we're here, supporting the students, seeing that they're successful both in their time here and then as they graduate.
We have a remarkable connection between faculty and students.
We have some of the leading voices in the field, so it really creates an intellectually vibrant environment.
You have the smaller class sizes, we have the high faculty engagement, and it really sets us apart.
These students are phenomenal. These students are, in my opinion, going to be the change seekers and change makers in the world. Not only through their professional skills, but also because of the passion they have got for making this world a better place.
A lot of people think of school as coming to the classroom and then going home and doing homework. At the Walker College, it's not like that.
We're really trying to rethink how we deliver education, what the purpose of education is. Really trying to break that hierarchy of the professor being out in front with all the great ideas and instead saying, you know what, everybody has great ideas.
They're figuring out those solutions through innovative thinking, through an innovative process.
Innovation is the edge. We are trying very hard to push our students to think in ways that they can not only think outside the box, but what kind of positive impact they will be able to make in the world.
Having these different opportunities really sets our college apart.
We're trying to prepare the leaders of tomorrow by giving them ways of thinking about problems so they come up with solutions that are meaningful.
The students hit the ground running. They are the most technically competent, ready to go day one students. You know, when you get out into the business environment, that's the attitude you have to have.
Hiring an Appalachian graduate, as an employer, I know that I've got someone who can come in and hit the ground running.
One of the phrases you'll hear used often in the College of Business is business for good. We want our students going out in the world and helping to make it better by using business practices that can help.
I'm thankful for the transformational experience that Appalachian has given me. This college has shaped me both as a person and I think a servant leader.
Being a Mountaineer and being part of the Walker College of Business has shaped who I am today. I'm really excited to enter the workforce with the skills that I've gained here.
For me, Appalachian really represents family. You know, I don't know where I would be without my Appalachian experience. I'm proud to be a Mountaineer in so many ways.
Any student that comes out of the
many opportunities to advance.
WASU, the morning app. Hi, it's Peter. Hello.
Hi, I'm Mary.
It's Emma.
And Ben.
So, what's everyone doing for the break? I know technically the break's not for a little minute, but you, the listener, won't be hearing us until after we're well and done over with it. So, unfortunately, it's not a show.
Ooh, yeah, no.
Okay, because I'm going back home to Raleigh.
Relay.
And there's just more to do in Raleigh than there is in Boone, unfortunately.
Valid.
There's some things that I've been missing real heavily. So there is this boba place in Raleigh that I want to check out that I've never been to before. I want to get a soft pretzel at the mall.
Auntie Anne's?
Auntie Anne's.
Yeah.
Wait, is the boba place?
What about Wetzel's Pretzels? No one cares.
Is the boba place
Never heard of it.
Where is it, or what's it called?
It's called Mogati.
Because I went to some new boba place on Hillsborough Street right near NC State, and it was pretty banging.
Wait. Was it? It was in like the downtown area.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been. I know there's one that's like really popular there. That's really good.
Mm-hmm. I just didn't know the same one.
What else is on your list?
Hanging out with my cousins because I miss them. Eating at Sonic Drive-In.
Oh my God, love a Sonic Drive-In.
Bad.
Sonic.
Oh,
my
dude.
gosh.
Seriously.
I love a Sonic Drive-In.
Mm-hmm.
Please, I'm gonna go there like 3 times. Black Friday shopping, because I like shopping. And then 2 stores that I want to visit are Target and Barnes & Noble.
Oh yeah.
Hey, those are both
I don't
good.
think I've been in a Target for
Support
a
that
long
bookstore.
time.
Barnes & Noble. I don't remember the last time I actually bought something from a Barnes & Noble. I definitely go in there and buy nothing every single time I'm at a mall.
I definitely go in and walk around and look at like the most expensive books that has have all the pictures and stuff, especially photography ones. I love looking at photography books. The place I used to work at back in Raleigh, on the border Mexican Grill, was like
you worked at
yeah, I did. It was across the street from Barnes & Noble, and I couldn't drive yet, so I would just go walk.
When I was a kid.
Yeah.
That was like the bookstore of my childhood.
That's pretty fun.
What are you doing for break? Emu?
For break, I'm going back to Raleigh also.
Sure.
I'm just getting all my appointments out of the way though.
Oh,
I've
God,
got
yeah.
like eye doctor appointment, a dentist appointment,
Same.
all the works.
I actually need to do that because when I first left for college, like the day before I left for college, freshman year, I had a dentist appointment. I had to get a cavity filled in.
Oh,
so
no.
I went.
I remember you telling this story. Have you
Yeah?
still not been back?
No, I have not. I don't know if it's bad. I don't know what
I
the
have
case
not been to a
is.
dentist in like multiple years because I'm too afraid to make the
Peter.
appointment. I get afraid of making appointments.
Oh
my mom's
my
like,
goodness.
you have to do it yourself. I'm like, no. I'm
Can't
so
you like make it
scared.
online?
I don't know. I get overwhelmed really quickly. Like, do you know how hard it was? The only reason why I applied to this one job was because I like didn't have time to worry about it. It was literally like, if I don't do it now, I don't get the job. So that was the only. Dentist, it's like, my teeth work.
I can eat.
I can eat
pretty well.
They're not hurting. I can eat. I'm fine, right?
I mean, as long as they're not hurting.
Yeah.
Nothing. Everything besides this one ache in my back that is constant. Like, I'm fine.
Yeah, that's good, I guess.
Are you doing anything fun, or are you just going to getting your appointments checked up on?
Mainly my appointments, but I think we're doing. We might be doing Thanksgiving in Raleigh. I don't even know. I really don't know.
Well, where else would you go?
Here, Boone.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. Usually, last year they came up here and it was a lot of fun. We went hiking and had like a family dinner. And yeah.
I just want pumpkin pie.
Oh, that's the pie that I'm throwing in my face is a pumpkin pie.
Nice.
It's for a project. It's for the listener.
Cool.
Yum.
You, Ben?
Yes, I too will be in Raleigh.
Relay?
Relay.
Wow, we should do a morning app in Raleigh.
Oh my god, that'd be cool.
Raleigh edition. Peter.
Peter.
The 336. What's y'all's area code? I don't even know your.
The 919.
The 919. I literally don't know the area code.
Yeah.
People who have 704 in
I
their
know that's
Instagram
Charlotte.
bio. Yeah, I block them. No, like, I'm from Charlotte, but it's just like, why are you like blasting up your area code?
Oh,
like,
I know. It's a very
it's
like
Charlotte, baby.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be in Raleigh. I don't really have any major plans. I actually do have a dentist appointment, so that reminded me.
Exciting.
My dentist, a little tangent. My dentist, I don't know if this is like a dentist thing, if it's in the handbook or something, but they be gassing me up for no reason at all.
Yeah.
My dentist comes in, it'd be like, oh man, and he's always asking like, you still doing radio? I'm like, yeah, I'm doing
Oh my god,
radio.
my nerve is that too.
Yeah, and then he goes, oh man, you got the hair, you got the face, you got the teeth. And I'm like, okay, guy.
You're like, I'm taken. Jeez.
I know. So goofy.
What the heck? Okay, my not my dentist, because the dentist comes in for like 10 minutes, you know. But the dental hygienist. She's like, oh, you still go to App State? My daughter's going to App State now, like stuff like that. I'm like, girl, do you like take notes on me?
I know, right? Like I come here once
every 6 months usually.
Not even
For Peter, I was yelling
once every like 9 years. My mom is like, I can hear her like slapping her forehead 2.5 hours away. Like, Jesus, Peter. I'm sorry. I don't even get my eye. I don't even do. The only reason why I went to the optometrist was because I can't get more contacts unless I go to the optometrist.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason why I ever go. It's like, oh, I'm running out of contacts. I gotta go get it.
I ran out. That's why I've been wearing my glasses for the past like month.
Is the eye doctor really that bad? I mean,
No.
don't you just look through some stuff?
Yeah.
No, it's not hard.
It's just that you have to go out of your way for it.
Well, I don't even know. Like, I might have to go home and get like my dentist stuff or whatever. It's harder for me. I mean, not that hard. It's just I don't have anything to do to go back when I go back home. So it'd be like I'd literally be going home just for a dentist or a doctor's appointment. Like it just that's a terrible situation to put myself in. So I mean, theoretically, I could have just found someone who takes my insurance here, but that's a lot of work.
Yeah. And I've heard a lot of shady things about places up here.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, I've not.
Just like that, I don't even know what place yet. And I'm not gonna say what place, but it's happened a couple times to a few different people where they'll like point out cavities on your teeth and you don't actually have a cavity there, and you'll go somewhere else and they'll be like, you don't have anything. We don't know what they were talking about.
That's criminal.
That is criminal.
I've heard that a couple of times. I don't know what place it is.
Like, is it pure? Is it just like sheer ignorance, or is it just straight up fawning?
I don't know.
I will say I am looking forward. I forgot about this. My dad texted me yesterday and was like, my stepbrother is bringing his girlfriend. I didn't even know this until like 2 weeks ago. My stepbrother dates a girl that goes here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I know. Weird. And she's a senior. So, like, yeah, parallels.
Oh my God.
Apparently she will be at my house. So, guess I'll put a name to a face.
I don't. I've always been like, my family is so like sterile. So like not like that, but like so like relationships are not a thing we talk about, especially for me, but just in general. Like my sister was the only person I've ever like. She brought home like a few boyfriends like occasionally, and my dad did the whole like fake Italian like, what are your plans for my daughter? He doesn't sound like that, but stuff like that, and like tries to be intimidating, and like just because I'm hard at like. It's bad for me to step outside of myself. If someone ever did that to me, like someone's dad ever did that to me, first of all, look at me. Second of all, like I'm the least intimidating person ever. Mm-hmm. I've been told my personality is very intimidating, but otherwise, like, I'm like 5'8". I'm like built like a fire hydrant. Like there's just nothing that is.
I think if I tried hard enough, I could push you over.
Probably, and I'm not a fighter, so like I'd be like, what was that for? Ow.
Me and Peter are practically the same build.
Yeah, but I promise you, this is a lot of like there's a lot of work that needs to be done on this. I look like Mike Wazowski, but like I got slight inches over him. Yeah, I don't. Family, I always wonder, I'm like, ew, when am I going to have that, if I ever have that normal, like, moment with someone's family?
Oh, yeah.
Hi, this is my boyfriend. That. Like, we've been dating for 6 months. And the dad's like, what are your plans to do with my son? Like,
I had to hide the fact that I was dating until I turned 18.
Oh, my God. Like, your parents like that?
No, just my dad. My mom, like, literally told me, like, just don't tell your dad.
Dang.
Wild.
I can't
he used to get so mad at my sister when she was dating in high school.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's because of like her grades or whatever. But my grades were fine. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my parents would always say that like I don't know. I was a serial monogamous in high school. I only had long-term relationships.
That's cute.
But like my parents would always say, "Oh, your grades suck." I had straight A's and B's, but they thought that wasn't good enough and that the guys were a distraction. I am single now, and my grades have never been lower. So I wonder what they have to say now.
Yeah.
I cannot imagine, first of all, dating in high school, but like, I can't, like, I don't even remember what it was like, because my sister was always, like, my sister's the only one who's ever, like, brought home someone. I kind of did, but I don't really count that. My sister's the only person who ever did that, and, like, she was 8 years older than me, so, like, that barely even happened. Like, from what I remember, I was barely, like, a conscious adult, a person.
Right.
So, like, I remember her bringing home her first boyfriend. I think his name was Anthony. I remember her bringing home Sean. I'm putting blasts on these people's names all the way up in Jersey. Who knows where they are now?
Crazy.
Like I remember that, and then she had her husband, but like by that time she was like a state away, so it's not like I was regularly seeing this person. So I think I saw him maybe 3 times before they got married, 3 or 4.
That's
Have
wild.
any of y'all had like a situation where there was like a scandal in your family?
I don't think we should talk about that in the air.
I probably.
I don't think I should talk about that in the air.
I come from a family that gossips a lot about each other, so we have conversations like that.
I think that's just family.
That's just family.
Yeah.
We're gonna be gossiping about each other's families during the break. Ben's gonna catch up on some hot goss. And then Mary, Emma, and I will wrap up the show. Ben, do you have any last words for our listeners?
It's been a fun year. Thanks for putting up with my rants. Get ready for more next year.
The morning app will be back in January, so. But we're not ending it yet. We still have 15 minutes to go, so we'll see you in a sec.
These crazy college kids, they don't know what they're talking about.
The Morning App on 90.5.
In 1899, the misty ridges of northwestern North Carolina became home to a simple yet powerful vision: to transform lives and the region through the empowerment of education. Nearly 120 years later, students still feel the pull of this unique place, and Appalachian has remained grounded in the vision of our founders, providing rural access to a sterling education and serving the region. The Mountaineer passion for lifelong learning is cultivated from an early age. Right now, Appalachian's youngest Mountaineers are developing critical learning skills while also discovering that college is in their future, and when they are ready, their College on the Mountain will be ready for them.
So the children that go to school here at the Academy are from all across Forsyth County, particularly children who may be struggling readers. Our goal is to improve literacy for all students K-5, to work with them, bring in the curriculum through Appalachian State University and the Reading Clinic, and support learning across all disciplines.
The experience for a university student here at Middle Fork is really critical. We're able to show them what their practice that they're learning in the classroom looks like in action. So now we have this community of learners that aren't just little kindergarten through 5th grade students, but we also have teachers who are learning together with them. And they really are building a community that the Academy is really proud to be a part of.
So I've been teaching for 31 years, and one of the questions people always ask me is, why are you still doing this? Why aren't you retired? And my answer to them is because we finally got it right. These children are getting to interact with university professors. They are now identifying with Appalachian. They're saying, that's my college. I'm going to go to that college on the mountain. And they're very excited about that. And so now, these are children who could be first-generation college students. And they're already thinking about it and identifying as college students.
I love being here. I love being at the Academy because this is like one of the best opportunities that a principal can have. I mean, the amount of support I've had as a principal, it's just overwhelming. And I just like being a voice for children and to be a partner with the parents and a partner, on behalf of App State University. This is what I love doing, so I'm very thankful.
was a song, wasn't it? Down by the Water by the Decemberists. Anyways, you're listening to the Morning App, and it's a very special 10 minutes last of the Morning App because it's the last 10 minutes you will hear of the Morning App for 2021. With me, I have
Mary.
And Emma.
And I am Peter Cooper. Unfortunately, we have exhausted topics. What a way to end it.
That intro.
What?
You caught me off guard with that intro.
Why?
10 minutes last.
Oh, yeah, the last 10 minutes. Listen, I've been mixing up words all, week.
I love it.
All show, I have flubbed up words, and it's just, Jesus.
It's all right. You got to mix things up every once in a while. Remix it.
Yeah, I don't think anything more than taking French this semester especially has twisted words in my head more, you know? Because when you start trying to think in a different language and assemble sentences like that, it's just kind of
it's different.
You can kind of, it doesn't really matter the way you say things sometimes as long as you're getting the point across.
For other languages.
Yeah.
I mean, ours kind of, but it's not technically proper, structure and whatever. I did, I took French, so I kind of know it, but I couldn't tell you anything about it now.
Yeah.
I like Italian more. Io sono un italiano.
Isn't Italian and Spanish, aren't they very similar?
Super related, and Portuguese.
Italian is like Spanish, but if it was French.
Ah.
French is kind of like the awkward cousin. Actually, Romanian is kind of like the awkward cousin because Romanian is also a romantic language.
Oh, I listened to a couple songs in Romanian.
Do you see the resemblance to any sort of other? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
A lot of people don't believe that. They're like, Romania, that's not a fancy culture place. When they think of romantic languages, a lot of them are the fancy culture places like Spain, Portugal, Italy, France, and then Romania. But Romania actually is well cultured.
One of my favorite languages to hear is Gaelic.
Oh, I love Gaelic.
One of the most beautiful languages I've ever heard.
I don't think I've ever heard it.
It's
you
so pretty.
You should listen to music, Gaelic music.
Gaelic music?
It's amazing.
Welsh I actually find super attractive. Which is everyone always clowns on Welsh people, it's their language is a bunch of gibberish, and yeah, it sure does read like a bunch of gibberish, but I find the Welsh language and Welsh accents very, very attractive. I find that roughness of the British Isles, which the British Isles, not the United Kingdom, but Irish is in the British Isles.
Right.
I find the rough parts of it very English stuff is all boring, but Scottish people, Welsh people, the Irish, dude, something about it's attractive. I do not know why. When languages are very difficult for me because I know ASL, American Sign Language, decently well, so that's my one thing. I'm not fluent. I wouldn't put it on a resume or anything, but I'm really good at learning very quickly because I did ASL at a really young age. So I guess my mind kind of has that mapping still somewhere in there, and I'm retaking it for a class. Pruitt's actually in that class right now. I found out, and I find it very easy because I think of it very much like matching. It's okay, if I want to do flower, I'm doing flower. It's just matching for me like that. I can still think in my head flower. When you're speaking another language, you have to do fleur, which is, I think fleur is flower.
Yeah.
I can't think flower in the back of my mind. I have to think fleur. I have to make that connection. Flower, fleur, then speak it.
Right.
To me, I don't
you gotta
have to
translate it in your head.
Yeah.
How different is American Sign Language from other sign languages?
I have zero idea.
I'm so curious.
Oh, wow.
I've wondered that forever. Theoretically, if you were talking to somebody that spoke Spanish Sign Language, obviously some symbols are going to be the same, right?
I assume so.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, we have cognate. Is it cognate's the word?
I think so.
We have words that are similar in Spanish and similar in English.
A flower would
So it must be the same thing, yeah. Or similar. I do not know.
Super interesting.
That is interesting to think about.
Well, there's dialects in sign language even, American
really?
Sign Language are
That's so
dialects.
cool.
Yeah.
That's wild.
I can't think of one off the top of my head, but I know there's just very slight deviations for certain words that they don't normally get confusing. But I know one. I know the sign for lesbian is different than another person who speaks sign language in the LGBT center, and I was it was very minor, but I was just I was confused at what they were doing. We both were confused. That's a small one, and I have a feeling that might be just because that sort of language isn't as recent as like milk.
Yeah.
Wait, was that milk? Yeah, milk. Which is just squeeze because you're squeezing it out her.
Yeah.
Orange juice.
Wait, orange juice?
OJ.
OJ, that's cute.
Cool.
Yeah. I know my sign language, music.
I'm always afraid that I'm gonna be like because I've already been in a situation where I couldn't help someone because I didn't know ASL.
Oh, I specifically learned ASL, certain parts of ASL for Arby's just in case I ever had a deaf customer, and I did.
Aww.
It wasn't perfect, and they were calling curly fries fry rolls, and I was really confused. But otherwise, and I didn't know how to do medium. Like, we have sizes, so there's not, that is like sizes. So I had to like do the whole like
spell it.
Yeah, small. That was awkward, just finger spelling. But they were like happy that I made an attempt. So.
Aw, that's so nice.
I don't. Oh shoot! I just got a reminder on my phone for something.
Ooh.
I thought it was my mother offering commentary. My mother commentates. She was listening today. She was talking. No, she hates making appointments over the phone. She agrees.
She's gonna give you a very angry call after this.
No, she's not. She already knows. She knows she's like, yeah, she made a joke about it like somewhat recently. Like how I just don't.
Calling you out.
Yeah. Well, I'm like, okay, well, that's the thing. Very rarely, I've been told by like this, we had like a pretty big friend group, and like someone just came up to me and was like, the way I described you to like certain other people is like, if anyone in our friend group was like confronted by someone like reading them up and down, telling them this, that, and the third, like of anyone, if it was you who was being told that, like you'd be the least likely to react. Like, I'd be like, yeah, because no one can make fun of me more than I've made fun of myself. It's just like, yeah. Like, so my mom was like, yeah, you don't get your appointments done. I'm like, yeah. Yeah, that's right. I don't get my appointments done. Like, that's the truth.
Like, you've accepted it.
Uh-huh. Self-acceptance is very easy for me. Self-love is very hard. Those are two different
Those are
things.
very, very different, yeah.
They are. And so, and even then, half the difference is just how you frame things, like how you look at a certain part of yourself is what changes just an honest fact to loving that fact of
Your
yourself.
thoughts create your reality.
I mean, impulsivity and spontaneity are the exact same thing, Like, it's just about how you're framing it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess, yeah. I have.
That's a new way to look at my impulsive spending.
Yeah, I have.
Spontaneous.
I'm just spontaneous and crazy. I'm living in the moment, Mom. Like.
Yeah.
Exactly. I bought 6 donut holes yesterday for lunch.
Where?
On whole lot of donuts.
Oh, I've never been there.
Yeah, that was the first time I went there too. I was surprised.
I've been spending a lot of money this week. As Ben was talking about eating out a lot, yeah, I have too. So like yesterday we ate out. Tonight I'm eating out. Saturday, me and Ben are hanging out all weekend, which is weird. We had a staff dinner, my birthday dinner, and then we had plans on Saturday. So I'm like, Ben is gonna grow sick of me. I'm gonna grow like a bad rash. Like it's just not. I was like, oh God. I've always said like. One of my mom says you read so insecure on the air. She's like, it's so obvious you're in. Oh God, we're about to run out of time.
I want to know what your mom thinks of me. I want her to tear me apart.
She's only offered comments about Ben.
Really?
Yeah. Not like.
I feel like Mary and I don't talk as much.
Yeah.
Maybe. She says, my mom was like, you read so. Sorry, we're about to wrap, but my mom definitely said like the ending on that. She's just like, you read so insecure on the air.
Dang.
I was like, yeah, you're not wrong. Oops. I just talk a lot and I get nervous and.
Well, we're all gonna try and work on self-love during the break.
I don't know about that. Maybe you guys. I didn't sign up.
Hopefully it's a long break, so
yeah,
we have time.
Yeah. Do we have any final words?
This was fun. I liked being on the morning app, like a lot.
We don't know. It's probably gonna be the same crew, but there's 5 of us on the morning app. I have to work on scheduling. Luckily, it seems like all of us. I probably won't schedule you on Mondays because I know you work still. But like, luckily, we all are free Monday, Wednesday, Friday mornings. So.
Yep.
And also unluckily, because that means I have to. All right, we're gonna go. Everyone say bye at the same time. 3, 2, 1.
Bye.
Stream.